Okay, I brought us to Job 38 real quick here, guys. Very important. We are going to come right on back to the rest of this and look at all this as it connects, okay? So we just saw in Ezekiel 19 that these beings were being bound. They gave the location, land of Egypt, in the inward parts. We know now possibly that this could be under the Great Pyramid of Giza. Of course, we've got a lot of supporting evidence that would say just that, many different ways. So what we find is that the locations given in Ezekiel 19, the who is given in Job chapter 38. Even more description about the location, once you are able to understand, but more importantly, the who that is being bound there. And it just so happens to be consistent with the who that's saying they're bound there, that have this connection to the Pleiades, that have this connection to Orion. So listen real close about these beings and their facts. Now, it's not that they actually come from Aldebaran or Orion or the Pleiades. It's just what they're saying. They can never reveal the fullness of what's going on, and everything to them is still being told to you in symbol. They're still hiding behind the symbol so that they can convey information, the real information, even that the elites themselves are unaware of. And as I said, it's like the elites think that they're being, transformed from this caterpillar to a butterfly, and they're all cocooned up waiting for this transformation, when in reality they're being cocooned up by this spider that's faking butterfly wings. And the cocoon that they're all willingly letting themselves be wrapped in is not going to turn into anything but death. More of the same, the shadow, and it's going to fade away. So they're doing this to themselves. So these beings from Aldebaran aren't from Aldebaran. They're hiding behind all this symbolism. The key with the symbolism as stating that they're from Aldebaran is this. Aldebaran is in the Pleiades. And of course, these beings that are coming from Aldebaran, they're considered an Aryan race. They also consider themselves to be a part of the Orion group. So Aldebaran in the Pleiades, but yet they consider themselves to be a part of the Orion group. And this is what's going to connect us to these supposed beings that are underneath this pyramid of Giza. That's if you check all into the depth of this real society information, and these beings from Aldebaran. So they're just hiding behind all these names and all these symbols of these star groups. And I'm telling you the reason why. Aldebaran, the star, is also known as the Eye of Illumination. You think that's by coincidence? Where do you think the star gets its name from? Where do you think it gets its connection? It's also got the connection to the third eye. It's got the connection to being known as the Diamond Eye. This is Aldebaran. And then it's also called the Eye of Revelation. Interesting. Consider these Danites are intrinsically connected to Revelation, and now these beings from Aldebaran, being that they're connected to this Aryan race that's also connected to Orion and the Pleiades, which is now connected to the situation in Job chapter 38, being shown as being bound, asking who's going to be able to loose them. And of course, if you look at line 33, because they want to set what? Their dominion on earth. As I told you, their dominion has been denied. So it's also the 13th brightest star in the night sky. What? 13 Baktun, Dan? So these Aldebaran's got a connection to the 13th judge of Israel by being, by choice, connected to this star Aldebaran, which is now the 13th brightest star of the night sky. Guess what? Aldebaran, the name, means follower, because it looks like Aldebaran appears to follow the Pleiades. Well, no joke. No joke. So now what you're looking at is going to make a lot more sense, because I want you to see something a little closer. It says something here. It says their waters, or the waters, are hid as with a stone, and the face of the deep is frozen. Well, we also know that these beings are known as the waters, the abysmal waters. So it says the waters are hid as with a stone. Well, we know that Ephraim is the mason who deals with Freemasonry. What? Stonework. So the stone, being Ephraim, has hid the waters. What? The Pyramid of Giza is the stonework. I'll be back.